Good morning, everybody. Grab that cup of coffee, but it's going to take a little longer to drink it today because we got an excellent video coming up right now. Good morning, friends. A little overcast here today in Louisiana. Pineville is where we are. Yeah, we went and picked up Charlie's boat. He's going to clean it up and sell it. Says he don't use it enough because he's always on the road in his RV. Also got to go pick up his RV sometime. I don't know if we're going to do that or he's going to do it after we leave. Had some work done on it. He's going to do some traveling too. Once he gets it back, I think he's going to come out our way, and then we're going to do a lot of adventures out that way. So, but anyway, good morning. We had a great day yesterday, man. Even though we got rained on, we didn't get to see no 14-foot alligators, but we got to see a little baby one. You've seen that in the last videos. Today, we're going to do one of my least favorite things, and that's go look at old houses. But it's one of Vicky's favorite things. So, that's how it goes when you got a wife. Happy wife, happy life. So, we're going to take the Ford there. We haven't driven the old Toad much, but it has been handy. As you know, see, Charlie does have he's got a 4-door Jeep there. Nice one. But we're going to take the Ford. We're going to go over to a town that I will describe in the next clip, because I have no idea, because I have no interest in an old house. Seen one, you've seen them all. Don't tell Vicky I said that. Anyway, stay tuned. That's what we're doing today. You can narrate there, Cassandra, if you want to. Go ahead and narrate.
So this is the driveway to the Longleaf Plantation. Longwood Plantation.
Now we got to turn around, go back and redo it because you said the wrong word.
Damn it. People are so trashy.
Is this the original
yes.
road?
Yes.
So what do you do if somebody's coming down? Oh, they have to go out the other side.
Yeah, there's another side.
Okay, so this is
one
just
way in, one way out.
And it's Longwood Plantation?
Longwood Plantation, yes.
And this is in Natchez, Mississippi.
Beautiful drive.
You would never know this was here.
Never, ever.
It's
very
look at this. Secluded.
Look.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Look.
Look at nice little pond. Wow.
Gorgeous ground. It's gorgeous. We'll be quiet.
Why you don't have your seatbelt on? It told on you, huh?
It does.
We're only 5 feet from the parking lot. I think this one I'll actually be interested in.
It will. It is. For the bricks, they made the bricks right in the front yard. I mean, they did everything, made everything right here.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like it could use some paint. Washing.
We're going to check out these old buildings out here when we get back. There's one right there behind Vicky. It's some kind of sort of shed. They may have information here to tell us about it. We don't think that's that old. Don't know what it was. Looks like it almost was a housing. That one building looked like it. Yeah, I don't think that's don't look as old as this building, but it might be. Oh, where's our tickets? We each need our ticket. Do we need the ticket?
No, you don't have to have them on.
Okay.
We have a tour that's just about to start in in the gift shop,
Okay.
Okay, good. Perfect timing, huh?
11 o'clock tour, so I see you have tickets in hand, so
Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and take it, and y'all can follow me into the gift shop.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that. A gift shop. Imagine that they got a gift shop.
They're from Idaho, and we're from Louisiana.
Idaho and Louisiana.
We've been here before. We're bringing our friends that comes to visit.
You look like you're familiar with the place for some reason.
Yeah. Love it.
Gift shop. All right.
Louisiana, they got a tour picture. They got a tour picture.
Cool. Well, time to put the camera down and shop. Huh, honey? We got a shop.
Oh, we gotta get a magnet.
Oh, yeah. I thought we wasn't collecting magnets. What happened?
So I'm not sure we're allowed to do videos.
Okay. Well, as you just heard, they didn't let us do videos on the bottom floor. Well, this is the basement, what they call it. The people live down here in the basement because they never got the upstairs done. Civil War broke out, and these people lost all their money. It's a heck of a story. The terrible things that happened to these people because of the Civil War. Well, I guess good part of it, they did lose their slaves, and that's why they lost their fortune. They ended up living in this part of the house many years until they sold it and off to another person, which has restored it and turned it into this museum. These photos, naturally, I took. You know how I love old houses. They did let us film upstairs, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. Well, as you heard, we couldn't film down there, but we can film up here, he said. So, let's do that.
All prices too, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, this was
Where'd you go?
would have been the main floor.
We can film up here, right?
Yes, up here, you can
You know, they
film,
lift all the way.
take pictures to your
Okay.
heart's content.
Okay.
So here's the same architectural drawing that you saw downstairs. Now it's much larger. So I feel most people come here to Longwood because of the octagonal design, because of the architecture. So I want to share with you quickly something that after hours and hours and hours of staring at this, I realized really what a genius this architect was.
Right.
Check this out. Because of the octagonal design, there's 8 rooms in each floor, 4 large rooms and 4 small rooms. Here are the 4 large rooms, so look at the dimensions, 34 by 20. Here are the 4 small rooms, 18 by 24. That's 10,000 square feet. Look here, 4 large rooms, 34 by 20. The 4 smaller rooms, 18 by 24. Another 10,000 square feet. Another 10,000 square feet. So for 30,000 square feet, he used this perfect symmetry. So I figured some of you might be here because of the architecture. So I wanted to share that with you. This here, this was only a temporary staircase while the workers were building the home. This here was supposed to be a very fancy spiral marble staircase. So if you can picture that and try to imagine, all the red bricks would have been plastered to look the same color as the wall downstairs in the basement. And then on top of that, if you can visualize the finest furnishings throughout here, it really adds a touch of elegance to this floor, which it otherwise doesn't have. This feels void. This feels like, okay, the structure was built, but what happened? Yes, that's what happened. It came to a halt. in April of 1861. So the owners of, the owners that bought the home in 1968, they never intended to live here. This is what they did for a living, restoring homes, restoring and developing homes. So.
What is that little curvature there?
Yes, those are called niche, another word I didn't know before I came here. And they were used for marble statues.
Okay.
So if we come in here, this is the one moment of this tour when you get to look up and see just how high 100 feet is. Yes, I'll show you this right. If you have vertigo, this was made just for you. People that have vertigo get dizzy when they look up.
That's weird.
What's that?
That's like a mirror.
And these are all the windows in the floor down there. where it's
Oh.
coming through it.
Yes, these are the skylights. Now we're above the skylights. So just look at that. And isn't it remarkable that this was done in less than 18 months?
Yeah, by hand.
How many people were working on it, do they know?
Yes, the architect brought down with him 70 artisans
Wow.
from Philadelphia.
Wow,
All of them a master in their field.
wow.
And they were working 7 days a week. I've heard they didn't have a day off. So that's why I said earlier that it would have only taken 9 more months and this home would have been completed. So it's sad that they wasted 10 years deciding what they wanted their house to be. Normal people don't spend 10 years to figure out what they want their home to be. And I'm not knocking them down for that, but if they had just gotten started a little bit earlier. So here in these large 4 niche, Haller had planned to put there 4 large marble statues from Italy representing the 4 seasons. So the statues arrived to the United States, but unfortunately they were confiscated by Union troops. They didn't teach me that part in American history 40 years ago when I was in high school. All right, so here, this was their little dining room, and over there, that was a dumb waiter that would take food down to the basement, here to the principal floor, and then up to the floor above. So I want to show you something outside. It's not cold outside.
Yeah.
So the first thing I wanted to point out before we go outside was, again, genius of Haller.
Wonder what happened to the statues?
He knew he was dealing with
They were
very thick walls
confiscated by the
here.
Union
He
soldiers.
was clever enough to know that if you put this pocket door in the center, that this would create insulation space so that the summer months didn't seem as hot, or the winter months as cold. This part here, this was added by the Pilgrimage Garden Club in 1907. So,
Turds and armies out.
exactly, during the 29 years that nobody was living here, all sorts of animals got into the house. First it was the birds laying their eggs, then the snakes coming in to get the birds' eggs, and then the next thing we knew, we had a whole zoo. So this is an attempt to keep those large animals outside.
I have a question, sir.
This,
Do we know what the Union people did with the statues?
no, we'll never know.
Never know.
There in some
That
town.
makes me really sad. I wish I could tell you what happened to them.
This was gonna be their living room, huh?
So here we have 122.
Yeah, this would have been the main living area.
They're made of pine and poplar wood, and they were painted and hand-scarred in Philadelphia. They came here via the Mississippi River. So that was not made by a machine. A touch of artistry. Pretty cool if you ask me. Over there, that tin roof building, that's where the kitchen was. So when that caught on fire, this home club got on fire and had no protection back then. So when the kitchen burned, Merritt, the last person living here, he turned the kitchen into a garage, so he could park his car there. Over there to the left, that was the house that was built for the 32 house servants.
Huh,
It's
it
3
was?
levels.
Wow.
You don't see the first level because it's the basement, just like it is here in this mansion. That building is referred to as the dependency building. Couldn't understand why, but either the slaves were, the 32 house servants were dependent on the family, or the family were dependent on them. I think that's where that word comes from. So as I mentioned earlier, they would have come here after this mansion was complete. Since that never happened, it ended up being Julia, Haller, and their 8 children that lived in that 3-story house during the 18 months that construction was taking place. So when construction stopped, Haller and Julia moved the children from there to the basement, which was the only livable space at that time. And over there at the end, that's the original carriage house that was made for the previous home that was here. It was made in 1820, so it's the oldest structure in all of Longwood. These live oaks that you see were planted by Julian Haller in 1860, so they're 163 years old. One got sick and had to be removed. And I sure hope that as they keep getting larger, that this tree doesn't end up destroying part of this home. I don't know just how they will handle that when that time comes. This whole circular area here was supposed to be a gazebo for the children. All right, so I'm gonna start wrapping things up because it's been an hour, believe it or not. Yes, it's always gone by so quick.
It's surprising that they cover up the brick. They don't, they would have, it'd have been all white.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't like brick. Same as the Romans, they were stuck with everything. It's considered a little too crude.
I want to point out, if you look in there, you can see first of all the windows being boarded. And after Haller told those 70 artisans that they had to leave immediately when he realized his work was not going to go away in a matter of months, told them they had to leave immediately if they wanted to be with their families up in Philadelphia. So he paid them, and they fled like fugitives. So they were gone by April of '61. So in early of 1862, Haller hired some local folks to help him board the windows. And there, the fire extinguishers at last. Just put in last year. So I wanted to share with you a couple of these trunks where the youngest daughter living in Park Avenue, New York, this is Jay Ward, was sending some things to her older sister, Julia. And if you check the address, well, you'll see that the address is the forest. That's the address. No zip code either. Those didn't come in until almost 100 years later in 1963. And just recently, I noticed something that I couldn't believe, and that is that after Park Avenue, all that is there is N point Y. So that's a state. New York is a state. They forgot to put in New York City. Either that or everybody knew where Park Avenue was.
Right.
So it was obvious. So I find that to be like a time capsule. I look at that and I feel that it takes me back to that time in history. All right, we're here. This was supposed to be a concert room.
I had a really nice video going there until this woman stood in my way. That one.
This over here is the original frame that the piano right.
They left it right where it's at and took off. I'm sure you all understand that that's when the Civil War started, and that's when all the money left the South. Boy. Let's go see what's in here, guys.
And here's the last room in this principal floor. So this is the room that fascinates me the most, and it's because a lot has been written just about this room alone. So it was in here that those artisans dropped their tools when they took out the fugitives, they fled. And what's really interesting is that they were planning on coming back here to complete the house shortly thereafter, something that never happened. So they didn't put their tools neatly away. They just stopped what they were doing and they fled. So when I got here, I didn't know what a miter box was. My career was in music. So that's a mighty large miter box there on the floor. And for those of you that do not know what it was used to cut wood at angles. So 45 degrees on both sides and 22.5 degrees in the center. Wow. There is another miter box that's standing all the way there. And well, there are other tools in there that I'm really not sure what they were used for. But here's another time portal.
Well, that is a mighty miter box.
It sure is. It's the greatest time portal of all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Just looking in there, and I feel the energy
Yeah.
of them when they were told that they had to
Was that
flee.
probably a brick
You know what that one was?
form or finger or something?
Well, odd
Or
for
maybe
brick.
screen on it, shaking something? Yeah, no telling, no telling.
I don't know. Do we have any carpenters here?
No.
I'm a carpenter, but I ain't seen that.
Well, I haven't either.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah, it has to be thicker.
Well, he's still a parts with it.
All right, so now we're going to go to the main entrance where Merritt was standing on that wooden plank. And this will bring our tour to a close.
Okay.
What do you think, guys?
Things outside.
You can see, like that big board got all the holes in it. That's probably some kind of template to make something,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
It ain't twiddled like that for nothing.
No.
Yeah, that's why they made that miter box so big, is
You gotta cut the beams.
slide them right,
That's all
big
oak.
beams right up
That's
there.
all oak. I mean, that's,
Sturdy stuff.
oh yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, those are the type that they used to use, you know, for regular wood. But that held both pieces, that and over there. And them kegs, probably nails, I would
Well, I
guess.
would guess nails or maybe some kind of tar material.
Yeah, could have been that, yeah.
Where Merritt was standing, right here. So these steps were added in 1970 by the Children's Garden Club. Then from here, now that you have this reference, that this is the principal floor, you can look down and see how that enormous basement is a whole floor under the principal.
It's a whole
Wow,
house. Yeah.
makes sense.
More than a whole house. I
Yeah.
think we could fit there 3 average American homes, 10,000 square feet.
That's a lot.
Just the basement.
That's a lot.
It's insane.
Wow. Yeah, well, see, we were in the basement. which looked like the top floor. And that's why I couldn't figure out where it was.
Over there, to the left, my left, that's where that necessary was. That's where they didn't want to go into. So,
Look at the size of those windows.
of course, you can understand why. It's in really good shape for being built in 1860.
Mickey, stay up there. I'll get your
So if you take a look from here, you can see so many areas.
Outside
You
now.
see it from far away, you don't see all these imperfections, but
See,
it really.
like you said, this is 32,000 square feet.
I wanted to let you know that if you go that way for 5 minutes, or less than 5 minutes, there's a 3-generation family cemetery where Haller and Julia and their children and the 5 grandkids are buried.
Huh?
So I thought you might want to see that just to put.
Look at that girl right there.
Perspective.
Look at that girl right there.
Yeah,
Oh
over
boy.
there to the left, if you can see, that's what.
This is her kind of place, guys.
Of the artificial
Happy
lake.
wife, like I said at the beginning.
From the
Happy
lake, they got the
wife,
clay,
happy life.
and they had the kiln ovens to bake.
Well, if you like old houses, I guess this would be one to go see.
For use for the construction.
It's a guided tour, and they won't let you film on the basement. 2 floors, I think. 1 floor was the basement. It's 3 stories. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. 100 feet
A lot of
tall.
money to maintain these.
We'll go get the exact measurements on it. Do you remember what he said, how tall this was? 100.
It's 30,000 square feet, but I don't know.
32.
That's the purpose of the Pilgrimage Garden Club, to preserve these antebellum mansions.
Wonderful.
Excuse me, how tall did you say it was from point to bottom?
A 10-story building.
10 story, 100 feet then?
Yes, I mean, 100 feet, yes, from the top to the basement, that's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So, you know what, at this period, during the 1850s and 1860s, all these millionaires were trying to outdo one another. So, in 1857, Frederick Stanton finished his Stanton Hall that occupies an entire city block.
Whew.
Well, that mansion is 14,000 square foot. This one's more than twice
Yeah.
that, at 32,000 square feet. So, like I said, I mean, look at that 25-foot finial. Is there really a need for that? Is there really a need for that massive onion dome?
Yeah,
I think it's just making a statement,
yeah.
Well,
or trying to touch the cloud
that's true.
with that finial. 90.
90 acres, guys. I think that's going to end it for this one. It's going to be a long video. But you've seen the main star of this video kept getting in the way in the pink shirt. Well, that's my good friend Cassandra. Her and Charlie have been leading us around. We've been having a good time, as you've noticed, and we're going to continue that. So that's it from here.
The time goes by quickly.
As old houses go,
If you want to
this one's pretty cool.
find your cars,
I know this video got a little long, guys, but a lot of these are going to get long. The next one I think is going to be a little shorter. We're going to go down to the Mississippi River and have something to eat on the riverbank. Stay tuned for that one.